Your dog suddenly freezes at the doorway, staring into an empty room, refusing to move. You tell yourself it is random behavior, just instinct, nothing more. But what if this is exactly the kind of sign Edgar Cayce warned would appear in ordinary homes? And it is happening now, right inside yours. Have you ever felt a sudden unease when your dog stands completely still and watches something that is not there? No sound, no movement, just a fixed, silent gaze. At first it feels odd, then unsettling, then impossible to ignore. Ancient prophecies spoke of a time when signs would appear not in the skies, but inside ordinary homes, a time when animals would sense shifts long before humans understood them. What if that time is not approaching, but unfolding right now around you? You may believe your dog hears a distant noise, or sees a shadow, or reacts on instinct. But what if your dog is responding to a spiritual change moving quietly through this era? Once you recognize the pattern, these moments will never feel random again. Stay with this carefully, because not every dog carries the same awareness, and not every owner is ready to see what it means. Number 1, the prophecy about dogs. More than a century ago, Edgar Cayce quietly warned that dogs would change as humanity entered unstable times. He delivered over 14,000 recorded readings, and many followers believe several of his major predictions came true. Yet hidden within those readings was a softer idea. Animals would grow in awareness as human stress increased. He did not describe spectacle or fantasy. He spoke about subtle changes inside ordinary homes. As fear rises, as uncertainty spreads, dogs become more attentive to us. Not louder, not more aggressive, but more focused. If this is true, what feels random today may actually be part of a quiet shift happening right beside you. Number 2, the 3 stages of awakening. What if your dog is not just reacting to sound, but moving through stages of awareness alongside human pressure? The first stage appears in the body. Many dogs have detected illness before doctors confirmed it, and researchers at Duke University have studied how precisely dogs read biological signals. They sense tiny chemical changes, shifts in breathing, tension in posture. The second stage is silent communication. Research inspired by Rupert Sheldrake suggests some dogs anticipate their owner's return without obvious cues. The third stage is emotional healing. Therapy dogs now work in hospitals and care centers, easing anxiety through calm presence alone. These stages are not mystical, yet they point to a bond that appears to be deepening. Number 3, signs happening right now. This change is not distant. It is already visible. There are documented cases of dogs repeatedly focusing on one part of the body until a hidden tumor was discovered. Some have alerted families moments before a medical emergency. Therapy dogs now appear in clinical environments more than ever before. According to surveys shared by American Pet Products Association, a large percentage of pet owners report behaviors they cannot fully explain. These stories are not isolated legends. They repeat across cities, cultures, and generations. When a pattern appears this often, it becomes difficult to dismiss it as coincidence. Something steady seems to be unfolding quietly in everyday life. Number 4, connecting to our current era. Many believe animal behavior remains constant over time, yet human life has changed rapidly within a few decades. Edgar Cayce suggested that animals would respond differently during periods of global upheaval. Today we live with accelerating technology, constant information, lingering health fears, and social tension. Stress is no longer temporary, it has become continuous. Dogs share that emotional climate with us every day. They absorb tone, rhythm, and atmosphere. As our world grows more unstable, their attention often sharpens. Not because they understand headlines, but because they understand us. Number 5, personal reflection and emotional connection. Your dog sits near your feet in the evening, quietly watching as the room grows still. Have you noticed how they move closer when your mood shifts, even before you speak? Maybe you call it habit. Maybe you explain it as routine. Yet there are moments when their timing feels almost precise, almost protective. They rest their head on your knee during silent worry. They follow you into another room without being asked. These gestures are small, yet meaningful. Perhaps your dog is not simply reacting to sound or movement. Perhaps they are responding to something deeper that exists between you every single day. Now you understand that your dog may be sensing more than simple movement or sound, and that their stillness can carry quiet meaning. But beyond these subtle warnings, there are tender behaviors your dog shows only to the one person they trust most, and that truth feels even more personal. So, take a moment and step into the next video to discover the rare signs that reveal you might be that chosen human. If you don't watch it, you may overlook the small gestures that quietly prove how deeply your dog is bonded to you. If this spoke to your heart, stay with us. Like and subscribe, and keep exploring this connection together. Share what your dog does when you need comfort, and I will see you in the next story.